Hi and welcome back to Bookish Theories. Today we catch up with Stray Kids to break down their latest Japanese track, Giant. Hi, Editing Bookish here. This video is actually a re-upload from a while back, so if you're having deja vu, you're not going crazy, I just got copyrighted. Instead of deleting it altogether, I figured I would fix it for you because 1, today it's the anniversary of Stray Kids' Japanese debut, so it felt wrong not to, and 2, their upcoming Korean release is also Giant, so take this as a preparation for mixtape Dominate. Okay, let's go. After walking like a titan back in mountains, this time Stray Kids turn into dormy fucking giants that cannot be stopped. This transition from fun size to colossal though is not an easy task to accomplish, so much so that the track centers around their struggle in becoming giants in a world that wants to turn their own power against them. You see, in Stray Kids' world, being a giant is not as easy as it looks, because number 1, greatness is a matter of perspective, and number 2, even if you get big, the battle never ends. At the beginning, for instance, the song opens by saying that even if people think they're big now, they still feel small in comparison to what they want to accomplish. Obviously, if you ask 2017 Stray Kids, the success that they have today would make them look like a giant in their own eyes as well, but the more they grow, the more they want to keep on growing. Their ambition makes them unsatisfied with their progress, but it's also a constant push to work harder and get better. This journey to greatness, however, is also full of dangers, because the power that makes them strong is also toxic. In the pre-chorus, for instance, the kids say that those that call them God of Gods, that is, those that might use flattery with them, are the very people that want to use their power for their own desires. And yet these people are unable to contain this power. It's too much for them, so even if they try to take it, they will fail and explode. Stray Kids' power is theirs and theirs alone, because they earned it through hard work and dedication. In the song they compare themselves to worker ants, which is also a metaphor that is portrayed in the music video. They started off as small and now they're big. They began as ants and now they're giants, but the reason why they can keep growing is also because their attitude is still the same. Even if now they're godlike giants crushing worlds below, even if their sneeze has the power of a typhoon and they reach the top of the mountain, on a basic level they still work like ants. They still feel that desire to build, to grow their colony, to get stronger, because ahead there are more mountains to climb and more struggles to overcome. I think that in a way, Giant is as much about self-growth as it is about celebrating their success. It's them approaching their journey with a new maturity, but also with the same work ethic that brought them this far. So if you think that now they're the god of gods, you've seen nothing yet. They even say it in the lyrics, their sneeze is as powerful as a typhoon, but even if you are surrounded, you're not even in their eye, meaning that you haven't reached the eye of the storm, you haven't seen how powerful they can get yet. Stray Kids the Giants are brave because they are reckless, fearless, scarless, which I actually think might be a bit of a reference to Scars, which is yet another Japanese track of theirs. Back then, their inner scars were compared to metaphorical tattoos that over time became a part of who they were. The song portrayed them bearing these scars as a way to heal their wounds and move on in the future with an unchanged heart. And now that we are in the future, we can see that their scars have indeed healed and their heart and determination have stayed the same, so in more ways than one they have kept their promise. In a sense, the only way for them to grow gigantic is for them to stay ants. They need to stay grounded, to work hard, to keep on building, because at the end of the day the source of their power is in their work. Now this brings us to the music video, which is actually a cool visual representation of everything that I just said. In the MV, Stray Kids are ants working hard for their colony. They get their hands dirty, literally, but as they do, the shadow of the giant is already lingering. We see the footprint, the hand coming out of the clouds, and this entity is them as well. Back in mountains, when they were playing the role of gods and titans, soon means giant hand appeared in the clouds as well. This means that the shadow is them, only the version of them that they still want to reach. In this context, it doesn't matter if we think they're giants, it doesn't matter if they think it. The point is that no matter how big they are now, they're ants in comparison to the giants they want to become. If you look closely, even Stray Kids the ants have the powers of a god. They are already powerful. In this scene, for instance, a ant carrying the dirt can be compared to the Titan Atlas holding the heavens. They have super speed, super strength, and we literally see them surviving harsh working conditions, which may or may not reflect their journey so far. This hard work, however, also brings results, because as they dig, they also find golden eggs with colorful stones encased in the shells. Now, considering Stray Kids' link with Marvel, these stones can personally reminded me of the Infinity Stones that control the different aspects of existence. I don't think it's a direct connection because after all the Infinity Stones are 6 and the eggs are 8 representing the members, but I do think that the different gems are meant to symbolize the power and charm that each member brings to the team. Like the Infinity Stones embody the aspects of existence, the eggs with the gems embody the different aspects of Stray Kids, so each of them is associated to a very specific color. The fact that these gems are encased in golden eggs here is also very important because they have a strong symbolical meaning. In many mythologies, golden eggs are vessels of immense potential. They represent life, a new universe being created, a new power coming into existence, so we can say that the eggs might symbolize the members' individual potential being found and also being brought to life through hard work. Notice how their faces start to crack the moment the eggs crack as well. See how their eyes shine because the power is inside of them already. The eggs are them basically, or rather their power and potential ready to come out. Any other person would explode under that pressure, but not them. They can contain that power because they became strong enough to bear it both as individuals and as a group. In the video we see them all running in different directions with their egg. It's as if each of them has the task to protect and tend to their potential for it to be realized, and when they finally come together something incredible takes place. When the 8 eggs unite, one giant egg is manifested and brought to the center. I think that this giant egg represents Stray Kids as a team, and why Bang-chan is the one holding it and why it's so strange and unique. As we know, Stray Kids' style is one of a kind. Their sound is very experimental and distinctive, so much so that their next comeback is described as having a new genre that only belongs to them. The giant egg is the bizarre and unique result of the 8 members coming together, putting their own talent on the table and creating something special with immense potential. If you look closely, as soon as Chan puts it in the center, the colony of ants covers it completely. Maybe those can be seen as a representation of Stay even, or the colony the worker ants work so hard for. As soon as this happens, their power is finally unleashed. It's at this point that they become the god of gods. Their supernatural abilities reach their peak, they literally ascend from ant to giant, they reach a new plane of existence, and the video shows us that it all comes from within. You see their hearts shining, their eyes glowing, their skin cracking and revealing their power. Like golden eggs, Stray Kids start cracking to reveal the giant within, so by the end we see them in both of their forms. You see the humans, that is, the ants in this context, who work hard on stage, but also the giant they have become after channeling their own power and the energy of their colony. I think that this is a great release to ease us into the new concept of hope, but to know more about that, for now we'll have to wait and see. In the meantime though, let me know what you think in the comments down below, and if you want to support me, now I am much linked in the description. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, please think about liking and subscribing. As always, thank you so much for watching guys, I'll see you next time, bye bye!